Me am di dwuma de ocha me didn't say Samo Hontoni me do bet me from the captain of the dress be fie had a man from Sami on top. Na e dey edition na wo twi ase. Over the weekend, enso to yiri yen. Enkra ye wozi we nneama sitie. Nyame adaroma ene pe ene enya ne ntiese nipa ba ko pe na hwere ne nkwa. Ewo alajo. According to Nadmo, chese Arabia wanya mfihia eye dunum enum. Enso ko ne dem ena chese enkanea no etija ena yese shoke no wawu. Ti nano Saturday nsuo na toye no. Okra ba kwatimi ahwere ne nkwa. Efa cars ahodo a ensuo faae engrofo agya pade a nsuo no wura dem se ne de eye chaw yentumi enka ho asem enti na wotwe mu ye wo ensuyire ho asem ka na wotwe mu so menu ka say national security for enra ansentofo hye mo frɛ no omo kyese nyame adom ochina mo launch eye short code bi a ena de bebo Ghana for na so hu se bonifse bi because of terrorism hu nsem aye kai no watimi a report enti ye another security threat e face Ghana for. Don't forget say you full security because enuane bo kwa na ekosro but Achimota and Sensemin. Last week, Mikacho said the unfolding story of Achimota story, our Achimota Forest Reserve. Now, unfolding, not just say Boba. Now, it's getting very interesting. Baby, I drew no. Man is here, just a year had be see a fair nebeba. Because my young teacher said, Joe, I ne a year in some and see a crater and I'm bontino. Abusia fodu su bontre ne se sa na tie dia ne aba mu mpanyimfo bi obi bi orso asaso Achimota Forest bia no e ba betodwa enti yenya abotre ne ntwen na ebeba ene the agenda anase ene ye focus na editorial no e wa Achimota Forest. So we are continue ye yasema ye kai the unfolding story of Achimota Forest Reserve na yetwa so eboboba o se Ghana fo nyina yetumi ehu de etuemu because we last week me bisa some very simple critical questions bia na yepe emuaye ede free aban ho ebesi nne emuaye ne emai. Last week the aban me ati ase ne say omampeni EI144 any EI154 no ni nyina ne say EI144 ne say aban say yemfa asase bi emma owu abusuafo no mo so mfa nkodi omudwuma ena EI154 ne say yetwa asase no owu abusua no a Achimota Forest de beka no enkoso a na enye reserve ewo man ni dimo na enkomotwetwe bi ekoso we minister for lands and natural resources onumunyamfo John Samuel Abu Jinapo eye ne press release and as a press statement a wode ba be clear ebra Ghana fo bebre no maka so aban age Achimota ansase no na ne nsem o kai ni bi ene say oba ha say ya aha na me question no wo. Following several encroachment on the forest reserve, the pre-acquisition owners, the Owu family, in 2007 submitted a petition to the President, His Excellency John Agyekunkufuor, for the release of the portions of the forest reserve adjoining the Tema motorway. After consultation between the Office of President and the relevant bodies, it was recommended that the portion of the forest reserve be released to the Owu family. This culminated in agreement dated 24th November 2008 between the government acting by the Minister of Lands, Forestry and Mines and the Owu family for the grant of a lease over 90 acres of the land to the Owu's family for a term of 99 years. The lease agreement was, however, not executed as agreed. As my minister and the Bani said, now man for from Achimota ansase no forest no enti afi 2007 ena eye Owu family e de adese de koto mampena da akofo anim se omo asase bi no mfa no mudwuma o mampena da akofo so ti abedwakuo ano so afo hwe asase ne fo magudie nsem so ne nkwaye nsem so ena edi animu na do mokoye ne se ye ma eye busuafo ye November omo kontiase apam eye November 24th November 2008 you say yema Owu abusua no 90 acres. So per record from the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources onumanyamfo Samuel Abu Jinapo per records no asase Ghana ban agree through all the negotiations across Omampeni Adakufo Penso ebesi Omampeni Mahama so ene nanado no 90 acres of land. But yenhwe bibi ewa hase last week ebisa sa question no minority in parliament ye NDC for almost as more can say asase no e ka say yemfa ema omo no asase no supposed to be 90 acres. Now so de ama abusuano sesia no 360 acres. So last week yebisa say woko 90 acres say mfa mabusuafo no firi mu a ebeka 270 acres and said 270 acres no eye hemfo dia. Yebisa sa question ebesi ne government is here to respond. But penisi aseme ni adanse ni yentwa bi fanya adanse. De ntia makotwe we say dia aba de say ena woko say John na will a wo dia aba no a Achimota Forest Reserve. Ko bi kan say John so a private person empo so a government official mpo ena sebi wono abo ne bra no ya ban adwuma eno aye na we ne nsama nse krata no de ama ne mane na busuafo ne wo fasefo ankan fa ye ho na emom de ma ene efa ye ho a eni nti ye de Sir John ne nsama nse krata won sensem betu mfidie su ne apisi ne dusu mu ne se yesusu se o man ga na japade bi ewom o man ga na nsa ase bi ewom eni nti ene de ye busuafo onye se bi ye kan mo ya o enye se bi ani ne samo se bi a mo de hye ye kan mo ya mo masa su da bi na emom we eye o man ene Amanyosem ena ye nti ye hwe Sir John ne will na eba nti Sir John will no ena etoato asui ofa o say I Kojo Owusu Afiye aka Sir John of house number 10 ARS Lane Ogboju Accra in the Greater Accra region of the Republic of Ghana, born on the 23rd day of March 1952 and hailing from Sakura Wono in the Kwabri district of the Ashanti region of the Republic of Ghana, do hereby declare this to be my last will. Now, I don't say this is my last will. I don't know if so be one. My last will and testament, which I make this day, which is 21st day of May 2020. So, Sir John, you really 21st May and we 1st July. That's Papa don't know so be because this is my last will. Now it's wa revise ya. Now what church one or the Japade no and we plot of land, hospitals, ahodo, cars, ahodo, businesses, investment, our private vehicles, guns, clothes, and say now a trio and toma sika omo abo omo bosia ene bosia agwaje ne nkro no banyina ene wa hai na said e be ya betimi ate asienti no ya kruche nyina de gu ha nti Sir John de ohu ne haya e be ne Sir John ne we no ene e be bobosui enti this is the unfolding story of Achimota Forest. Sir John happens to be a Chief Executive Officer Edema Forestry Commission. Achimota Forest also one na office no ewo Achimota Forest no ehwa na office no enso ewo nti no Achimota Forest na wade ekwe or say as we speak Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say yem probi Sir John ne will no yem ko yenhwehwemu now already I see the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources says it will investigate a document making rounds on social media alleging that the late former Forestry Commission Chief Executive Kojo Owusu Afiye, popularly called Sir John, included portion of the Achimota Forest lands in his will. She was say and seminar the ministry no do say the enam social media no omu say or say the attention of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has been drawn to a document making rounds on social media which alleges that the late former Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission Kojo Owusu Afiye has included portion of the Achimota Forest in his will and giving out some to individuals who are said to be related to him. And Minister Nasimo Kanano, the ministry takes a very serious view of the allegation and has requested for all documents relating to the lands in question as part of an initial inquiry into to ascertain the veracity of the claims, considering the issue that form the basis of the allegations predate the tenure of the current minister, Honorable Samuel A. Jinapo MP. It is important that he is seized with the full fact to enable him take appropriate action, if indeed there is any merit in the claim. And the minister say, "Omunyan hwehwemu, na sense mo ke yesi kwa na se bibom se ampa se John, ni will no." Sansa ne hu se woman in the name of Achimota Lands Achimota Forest land ye hwehwemu ne nkonkosim de etuemu now or the ministry assures the general public and the good people of Ghana that it will ensure that the national interest is protected at all times, especially in the matter pertaining to the Achimota Forest. Also Ghana fo nyina bo say abane boye hwehwemu na ma bogana ejapade ho ban titru Achimota kwa kese eno no now yen hwe se John eye ne will no ensema hodo a ewo mu na wei eye yenua Manase Azuri a yen nsentroni aye the fourth estate ono nada Roma eno otimi boa e ma se John na busuafo eye will no ni setumi kaaye ento hwe document security nyina be hu the fourth estate eye nua Manase Azuri yen nsentroni entine ne hwehwemu aye no ebi ne de abeto say the will which has been cited and confirmed by the fourth estate contains 4 parcels of specified and unspecified acres of land in the Achimota Forest, which the late politician bequeathed to name person. Enti onunhwe mo ya ni chese Achimota Forest chese sase no sase akoko be semienu ba ko de ni ba bia ba ko de hye da hu bia da a se John de ama na busuafo. Na oto aso a on page 4 of the will Kojo Owusu Afiye, whose office was situated at Achimota Forest until his death, state, I give my land situate at Achimota Forest in the name of Jackie Pro Limited and measuring 5.541 acres to the following person forever. What's it, Mr. John? Mr. John. Me de masase wa Achimota kwa kesie num edi wa asase so Jackie Pro Limited asase tam eka enum ponum de mankrofo ya edidi suyi na wachiche mpepepe yaw amwaten afiye wo de 1 acre wo se forever wo de eva akua afiye 1 acre forever wo de iv akua afiye 1 acre wo de acre bia wo mu 4 plots Elizabeth Asareboaten 1 acre wonso de ena fe Michael Owusu wonso so de 1.5 wo de obenya acre ba ko ne fa ti Sir John say the ode ema enti oba ha say ya 5.5 acres of land. Yatimi hu say Achimota Forest na dawo sisi an we say dey fa 90 acres. Enfama owu family no a enim say document about mampani asan so kire say dey 360 sisi hwehwe 270 no. They say say sa na tie na say sa pepepe dia it means 5.5 bi wa ha o. Enti Sir John dey no wa ha say near 5.5 acres. Yan twice way. On page 5 of the will, it is stated, I give my land also situated at Achimota Forest in the name of Fasol Limited and measuring 0.987 acres to my nephew, Michael Owusu. Hey, Michael Owusu, it's your first one, 1.5 for how? No, Sabina Boha. Yabuadu and Kwabna Amwating forever. Also, was as 0.9 so I can't crab say 1 acre. And also what the ma a year did this way no offer say Michael Owusu Yabuadu and the Kwabna Amwating Wofa or some of a Marian Fisher join Asantini Asantifodi or Fadie and T who send nephew for nice or Fadie and Omudi. On the same page, the will state I jointly own a piece of land at Achimota Forest with Charles Owusu. Upon my demise, my portion of the said land should be given to Ruth Koko or Donko. Was one Charles Owusu? Was a CB Achimota, need the one chance as an cassia. Say a cabacco, say a mienu, say a plot back when they want to. So when we say pa, or no nature for was as in mono, young fa Emma, a year, a bra, Ruth Koko or Donko. Sir John, and T. Oba first land no, Yahoo. A year 5.5 acres. And you 0.9. It would have we cry 1 acre of cacao, which is 6.5 acres. I was a John Dimu. Name the only chance who only there. Sir John answer the size of the land. One chair, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 5, it could be as many as you want. What was that? That's not all. On the same page of page 5, and still on the Achimota Forest, or see. The will state, I give my portion of land that jointly owned by the Achimota Forest in the name of DML Limited to Elizabeth Asareboaten, who at this time of making this will is domiciled in the USA forever. Was that Chebium so was a CB Achimota Forest and also as a that's one a DML Limited. Odema Elizabeth Asareboaten wo US abrochimemu Sir John so odema until now okwa Sir John as we speak no Sir John won sase nko mako ena baako yenim se baako 5.5 acres baako 1 acre de one Charles Owusu ewo no yenim no dodo ena we say so we register in the name of DML Limited no eno so wan kire asase ne size say 1 plot say 2 plot say 3 acres 4 acres no eno so yenim. The former head of the Forestry Commission also stated in the will that he owns a land at Ramsar area in Sakumono in Accra. Ramsar area Sakumono abansa asibia o sa company na say ya ban dia Ramsar obi anim. And also Sir John Cheso was asasi wo ne nko ya asasi wo hoy. I give my land situate at the Ramsar area at Sakumono in the Greater Accra region and measuring of 5.07 acres to my sister Abinasa and her children, Comfort Amwatin and her children, Abina Kunadu and Juliet Ekua Ako and her children, on equal share basis forever. The will state. Sir John said over 5 acres and so our Ramsar. Sir John saw 5 acres our Ramsar. And also so what the amana busia for so as abobo dino. Na Sir John tiasie no 2018 oko records mo a Sir John wa fun bia me pacho yenye bibi e wa ha wo de fa phone no na eko Google na search Forestry Commission caution chief selling portion of Ramsar site when you oja say bena boss and abun say a big story need about way was published by Ghana yeni ankase jumaku graphiconline.com dated 8th August 2018. It was published at 6:14 p.m. and unpublished here. Or say, the Forestry Commission has asked owners of unauthorized building at Sakumono, Sakumono Ramsar site to rectify their stay on the land as tenant, as though chief has the right to sell the protected area to them. The chief executive of the commission, Kwadwo Owusu-Afiye, speaking at a stakeholder meeting in Accra Tuesday, said the site was owned wholly by the government and meant for protecting Sakumono, Tema, and their environs against flood, pollution, breeding of fish for Sakumono Lagoon, as well as recreational activity. Sir John Otiasie no ono no to nkrade ma hemfo se omo empotamo se obi ahwe no anton sa asase no se asase ne aban kwa their holy government owned by government na asase no wo ho se emmo Sakumono fo manfo mo tetamafo ehun ban emfiri ensuyiri ehun na afesu se ho na nwene paipa ekogu lagoon num no matimi anya na memfansa anya recreational center baby e betimi atena ne agege ani enti Sir John asema okan no but Sir John no gba ahemfo kokko se obi ahwe no anto asase na asase ne yenton ban asase no Sir John wo 5 acres or 5.7 acres and Sir John ejeye ha wo se yenchemfa ma ni sister ni nuaba abna saa one ne ma Comfort Amwatin ene ne ma Abina Kunadu ene Juliet Ekua Ako one ne ma yenchemo pepepe emfa mo bia 5.07 acres Sir John enti ahemfo mo won kran mo Sakumono no Sir John it says so no ya ban adwumani nti no wo sha asase ne aban do bia ni hu kwan because a holy aban dia obia eni hu kwaso de sabetumi aka but no Sir John ne de watimi atwa bi 5 acres so de ja ne wo fa ase ne nuanom a mo wo sakra wo no omo mefantie na hu no Sir John mfoni na da honom no uhwe screen so and the Forestry Commission cautions chiefs selling portions of Ramsar site and was published on August 8, 2018 at 6:14 p.m. And omo publishes that story no and Sir John ono no I protect state land from ahemfo so mo bia nton no na ono no de bi ja no ofase ene ni nua ema no. You see why sometimes Mkrofo so no mudi politicians ba omo be fom niama anyway. The Center of Remote Sensing and Geographical Information Service and Adahano define Ramsar site as a wetland site designated to be the international importance under the Ramsar Convention. It provides for national action and international cooperation regarding the conservation of wetland and wise sustainable use of their resources. Sasa ne de yesi aye ne se yemfa nto ho eyo man ne dia ye de ye bibia e de bo nipa ho ban ene enkwa ewo ho ban enya asase aye se ye kotwa na plot na yemfa nsisi adan na se yemfa nye bibia but Sir John as a land a kind of forestry commissioner was able to buy 1 acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, 4 acres, 5.07 acres of that land. Way. According to a CERS blah blah blah, Achimota site is the only wetland wholly owned by the government, and it's meant for protecting Achimota tema and its environs against flood and pollution, for the breeding of fish for the Achimota lagoon, as well as recreational center. So much in pepepe. And as I said, that and we never bought a money amount for more potemu was Achimota, so the being suiri a ponu engine. Emfa omo na timi aboa ma enwene so apai e de akọ won sasa se kese na da mo amu musa Achimota Ramsar ufa sa kan say beach road na won sasa asi bi na da honum kakraka ya ntam no. That's the land. Enkran him for kwantimi nton sasa ne ba to be if is akra wonu ye ja no acre of plot o mefa. What was the Forestry Commission, which Kojo Owusu Afriye headed until his death, has published the Wetland Management Ramsar Site Regulation 1999 that lists the Achimota Ramsar Site as part of the protected wetland in Ghana. It prohibits a host of human activities in Ramsar Site. Emma who kwase nipa be kwa kwatena wadi no dwuma. Enhyehyɛ no emra da ho 1999. Emma who kwase nipa betima kwatena dwuma. Mr. Kojo Owusu Afriye died on July 1, 2020 of COVID-19 related complication whilst receiving treatment at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. He made this latest will on May 21, 2020, less than 2 months before his death. The will named Charles Owusu and Boache a champion as executor. Just more who are the will say, "Sa really, in some months, you won't be baby abeko ye Charles Owusu. Munim Charles Owusu. Charles Owusu, Sir John Wafasi. Charles Owusu politically also on why PPP ni oni PPP di juma. Charles Owusu Sir John Baba ye Forestry Commission, no forestry on mama no kasama forestry no. Na ado ka ho bi. Charles Owusu name was mentioned. Ebrebe to dwa say Operation Vanguard mo protect us as Galamsey. Ye ko hu government officials bia no mu to Galamsey e wo western region no. The names are ye no omo anomdika na Charles Owusu e ka ho bi. And who Charles Owusu, that's the name Charles Owusu. Sir John Wafasi. Sir John say no according to the will no more be say ya be Charles na Charles Owusu and na afi abrantie Nana Boache a champion. It contains houses, lands, Ketia market. Uko Ketia market a store. Stores no. Miensa. Sir John say yemfama a ye nua emanum. Na woni mani kasem. NDC phone e see Kotokraba market. MC or no share ye mo misi market no. When they change government abai sesa buy no. On one kasa no store back akokro je na ejifri ni nsem ye sakne di ni firi ho no. But Sir John Kumasi Central Market ono kwa wo stores miensa ewo ni di mu osi empama eye ni nua emanum wo unua be ma bobra o mrew o de no to nche so Sir John ajapade ahodo ajapade investment foreign bank account or properties ni nyina wa chechre gbabe emfa nko or 13 private vehicles the cars 13 private vehicles no okoye car registration numbers is between 2018 to 2020 and between 3 years ni Sir John Kwana oni 13 cars wotimi papa obobra o obobra between 2018 to 2020 o free mono the space of 3 years no he owned 13 cars. And so actually, I don't understand. Sir John so was 2 pump action gun, Makumako 5. Sir John so pump action guns, Makumako 5. And also so Yafa Bako, Emaneba, the Akanino, or the man a yet no fast. Enti, I don't know, Sir John, ne will no the tremu and so the question I net yebisa. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources say, or set up committee and also investigate Sir John Will no. Yanyan and TSS Kobase a better says Sir John Will no. A beja padibu mamra kwaso na ban betumi age. And it no omo investigate. So the question I'm supposed to be minister for a year lands and natural resources no manyan for Samuel Abujinapo. So honorable Samuel Abujinapo, you see say opeso chere Ghana for say you are not aware Sir John and answer apart from Sir John and answer apart from a year Owu family no there's no any individual in this country our only land our Achimota Forest. Can you swear ubetimi gina Ghana for ni aka say a year Achimota Forest apart from Owu family no as a minister you don't know when you are aware say any government official or any individual ewa asase ewa Achimota the ntia mi bisa we ebo boba o list ne ebo boba yanyan ntia some MPs government officials ne crofo individuals bi land wo so honorable person say wunye aware na say wunye aware say Sir John ewa 5-acre plot plus additional acres any dey nimwa. Then how can you tell we Ghanaians say Achimota Forest is reserved? Say kase bibi a reserved it means it's protected. Ya bohun by yakra. And Sir John timi konya land. Ewo mu na se wuni na fina kwa investigation. It means Achimota Forest is not reserved. And also the same Grofos Mama say Achimota Forest is not for sale. It has already been sold. Yaton because list ni ya dia ebo boba. And then Lands Commission for say nanu mi means you mi dey so to a year for monty a year omo say very important land document in so say ni na asomu computers maps ahodo indentures ahodo a year critical document ho in so say ni na Lands Commission yo me dey abetu dwalo no ba yen Ghana for dey na be ye be ya no say betena se ni atwen esan say eboboba na nim say eyedania eda nsusu abetie no ene be hu ba bi adi bodura ebe kwa gogo be di samo honto